Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday night.
Sunday.
Saturday night or Sunday?
Sunday night.
Yes. Yes. My days are confused. Happy Sunday night. We are live here at the historic Scott County Jail for a special live investigation on the 92nd anniversary of a very, very tragic event that happened here at the jail.
Yeah, so in 1933, Jerome Boyatt and Harvey Winchester were the victims of mob mountain justice. So 25 masked individuals came in, grabbed Jerome Boyatt and Harvey Winchester from a cell up here on the third floor, and marched them out about 2 miles from here and shot and killed them. So it is one of our most tragic events here from the historic Scott County Jail. And so what we're going to do tonight is just sit up here for a few minutes, do a live, and see if we can make contact with some of the resident spirits that are here. We've already had a flashlight tour tonight. A couple gals out of Mississippi came to join us on our flashlight tour. Had a few interesting things.
We have last night. We also had a flashlight tour, and we did something kind of a little special on that. Had quite a bit of activity last night, a little more than tonight. I think the weather maybe played a part in that. But over the last couple days, the energy has been really heightened here at the jail, and we've had everything from intelligent responses, intelligent knocking responses, to EMF detectors lighting up, flashlight lighting up. We had an audible scream last night, and it screamed down the hall and then lit up. A lot of cool and interesting things. So we thank everyone that's joined us on our tours this weekend, and thank everyone that's joining us tonight for this special night. Now, I'm going to be moderating from the comments over here. We're doing it on the phone. Chris and I are going to probably stay together, but we may at some point end up splitting up, but we're just going to keep it really, really simple and keep the equipment really simple tonight as well.
Yeah, so right now we've got some tripwire set up. We've got the EDI box set up in the cell in the area where we think Jerome and Harvey were taken from. We've got the music box set up on the stairs where obviously we hear footsteps coming up the stairs. That happens routinely. So we're going to try to catch those tonight. We're going to bring out the thermal imaging camera, which is going to be interesting. We've got the obelisk, which we'll use as well. Got this little light up here, which is kind of making us look like Oompa Loompas right now, but we're going to be turning that off momentarily. But we just kind of turned it on to say hello to everybody here. But thank you all for joining us. We think it's going to be a really interesting night.
Yeah, and so from what we understand from the newspaper accounts, and that's what we stick to when we tell this story, is the newspaper accounts. I know that we've made posts earlier on the pages, and a lot of people who have familial connections and stuff have heard different stories and all of that sort of thing. But you know, we always say there's a lot of different stories when events like this happen, because there's so many different perspectives. There's the people it happened to, the people who were the victims of the crime, the people on duty, you know, a lot of different stories. And so that's what we take it from, is we take it from the newspapers. And you know, so we appreciate people who have you know, followed along with everything and you know, shared. But what we're taking it from tonight is apparently the event happened around midnight was when the mob busted in. And you know, we always say it was such an extreme tragic experience, not just for Jerome and them, but all the inmates who were in here, the family that was here that lived at the jail. It was a very heightened and tragic experience for everyone involved.
And nobody was ever held accountable. So even though a mob of 25 people came in here and conducted the mob mountain justice, bringing, you know, Jerome and Harvey out of here and marching them about 2 miles from here and shooting and killing them, nobody was ever captured. Nobody was ever apprehended. Nobody was ever you know, accused of being in that mob. So that's another part of the tragic story as well. So you know, we're hoping that tonight we can get some interesting things. During setup, it was a little bit quiet. It was almost like the building is kind of respecting the event that happened here 92 years ago, but we're going to see if we can get some responses.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put those over in the comments. Put your headphones on. Hopefully, if we hear anything, you'll hear it too. Be our eyes and ears as we go throughout this. Bear with us because we're going to definitely answer or ask your questions that you're asking. We'll be putting them up on the screen there and stuff as we're doing the investigations. There is a slight delay on this. So again, just bear with us. We will definitely try to ask your questions. So if you have any cool ideas or anything for us to try, we would love to do that as well. So I say we get started. I'm going to flip the camera around here. Always hate doing this stuff from the phone because it's never as user friendly as doing on the computer. So appreciate you guys bearing with us on this. All right. So I really like that light. Yeah, I think so. So we are actually, if you can give me a light here, Chris, here, we are in Jerome Boyatt's cell block here. The reason we know this to be Jerome's is because we had a gentleman come in whose grandfather was one of the last people to talk to Jerome. I think he said, the day before he died?
Yeah, the day before.
And he talked to him from the road. He was standing in the road. Jerome was standing at the window, and it would have been over in this area over here. So we have a tripwire set up leading to the cell. And as you go out here to the main hall, we have another tripwire that leads all the way to the stairwell.
And then we've got a music box sitting right there at the end of that tripwire.
Yeah. Bob says, I feel like a kid on the Christmas Story after just opening the BB gun. All right. And I don't know why this is not letting me. Let me scroll. And again, hello to everyone that's tuning in here. All right, Chris. So where would you like to start?
I'd say we just sit in here and see if we can get these tripwires to go off for a minute. We've got an EDI box in the.
We've got the obelisk. We've also got the EDI box in the cell. We've got, we brought the tri-field meter up here as well.
We'll turn that on.
And so what we're doing for sound purposes is we also have, Chris is going to be recording audio during this. So that way, if we do hear anything, hopefully she'll pick it up on that. If we do not pick it up on the line.
Oh, sorry, that was me. Sorry to anybody who had headphones.
We also have the temperature gun over there too. So, all right. So I'll kick this off, I guess. Good evening. I know I was just down here doing a flashlight tour just a few minutes ago with a couple ladies from Mississippi. But you guys know me and you know Christy. We wanted to just kind of spend some time talking to you tonight and see if we can get a better picture of your story. So I'm just going to ask the generic question. If there is anyone in here with us, can you touch any of those lights on the floor?
Jerome and Harvey. We know that 92 years ago tonight was the last night that you were present on this earth with us. And we'd like to tell your story. Can you just give us some indication that you're here with us tonight? You can light up those lights on the floor. We've got an orange box that's sitting inside your cell right now. It's got the number 757 on it. If you can touch that box, that'll allow us to know you're here.
Jerome, if this was your cell, or if you were in this area right here in the cell block, can you touch that orange box on the bunk in that cell? If this was your cell. Harvey, if you shared a cell with Jerome, can you touch that box inside the cell there?
Oh, tripwire.
Oh, tripwire.
Tripwire. Harvey, was that you? If your name was Jerry Harvey Winchester, can you touch that light again, please? Jerome, was your mother named Poppy? Was Poppy Boyatt your mother's name?
I got a question. Okay, this is a good question. James says, were you hiding? Are you hiding right now?
Are you hiding because you don't want the mob to get you this time?
Another question. Do you know who killed you?
Did you recognize anybody in the mob that came to get you?
Got Odie here. He says, ask the name Herbert Markham.
Jerome, did you know Herbert Markham? Was he shot that night?
We want to let you know that we're a group of friendly people that have come to hear your story.
We're not here to take you out. We're not here to make you leave. We think what happened to you was an absolute injustice. You did not get your day in court. You did not get to tell your side of the story. Were you trying to protect your brother, Eugene? Were you close with your brother, Eugene?
Did you shoot the Winninghams in self-defense? It's really kind of weird. I keep losing my hearing in my right ear. Almost like I don't know.
Odd.
It's really odd.
I believe this tripwire only went off once.
Yeah. What if, since we're sitting here right in front of Jerome's cell, what if we gave just a little space and went across the hall right there? just to see if they might. I'll just kind of step across the hall here. Into this cell block. Okay. All right. So we've kind of given you a little bit of space. Are you glad we left that room? If you're glad we left, touch one of those lights on the floor and we'll talk to you from a distance. Jerome, did they kill your dad because he wouldn't give you up? I did hear something.
Oh, the man's voice.
That was a cell door. Another question. Okay, this was kind of wild. The question came up just before I showed it. It said, can you make a noise from where you were at? And we heard
Some type of the sound, yeah.
some type of sound just as I was getting ready to pull this up. One of the things we found when we do these lives is sometimes they'll respond when you ask the question over in the comments.
Jerome, I read an article that speculated that you might have killed your father because he was going to turn you in. You didn't kill your father, did you? You didn't kill Ransom Boyatt, did you?
Is anyone here from the mob? Is there anyone here that busted in and took Jerome out and killed him? Can you light up that light down at the very end? Are there any other inmates here that was here the night that Jerome and Harvey were taken out?
Is inmate Whalen here?
Do you want revenge or justice? If there's someone here that wants revenge, can you touch one of those lights? Or did you think you were giving justice?
Is there any other inmate here tonight that would just want to talk to us? Or are you respecting the fact that this is a somber anniversary for this building?
Do you feel that if you are guilty, admitting your guilt will set you free? Is there anyone here that would like to admit guilt? If you'd like to admit guilt, Touch one of those lights on the floor. Okay, that's weird. That tripwire blocked out on here. Yeah. Did you all notice the tripwire blocking out? Okay. Are there any officers here? If there are any officers here, will you light up one of the lights? Okay, okay, what we saw. Amber Sanford says, I keep seeing a black shadow at the end of those lights.
Are you coming up the stairs to get Jerome Harvey?
Thanks for confirming, Amber. Dee Dee says Jerome is a great name. I know that they used to call him Rome for short. If they used to call you Rome, can you light up one of those lights? If that's true. Can you walk in front of that little music box down there and make that play? No, James, I wasn't blocking it. I don't have my flashlight in my pocket. It's over there. I've got the camera. Yeah, Chris was standing behind me and I'm here on a tripod. Now, I could, Bob thought I maybe moved the camera, and that's possible. That's possible. We'll go back and look.
Well, all right, thank you. Can you do that one more time, please, to confirm that you're speaking with us? Please touch that light on the floor one more time as validation that you're speaking with us.
James saw what I saw, that half the tripwire disappeared. Okay. And we'll definitely go back and look.
The sheriff's wife was here that night, and she was threatened at gunpoint. That was kind of a weak thing to do, threatening a woman at gunpoint.
And kids. There was
Yeah.
kids here. Got a question here. Jerome, did you have a sweetheart waiting for you? Did you have a baby on the way that you never got to meet?
Did you know that your wife was pregnant?
That was the question right here. Karen said, did you know MW was pregnant with your baby? Great questions, guys. Hello to everyone that's just tuning in. Just to let you know, we're here on the 3rd floor of the jail for the 92nd anniversary of the tragic lynching of Jerome Boyatt and Harvey Winchester. We have a comment saying, scroll there,
Did you just,
I did not.
it sounded like a,
Have to go back. Bob says, I wonder if they are staying clear because of what happened, bad memories. You know, it's kind of interesting because we did a live investigation on the anniversary of Sheriff Ellis. And, you know, I can understand why this might be quieter as opposed to his murder
yeah, that was an unsolved,
of an officer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are the rest of the inmates here respecting Jerome and Harvey? Is that why you're quiet tonight? If you can light up all of the lights in front of Miranda and me, if you can do that, we'll leave your space for tonight. If that's what you want us to do, you gotta let us know by lighting up those lights.
Question, is somebody other than Harvey and Jerome here tonight?
Is there a jailer here?
Or a deputy? Now, if there's somebody else in the jail and they can hear our voice, can you respond to this?
This really makes the time that they're active.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to me, this is just as telling, you know, because the last live we did up here, we got a guy named Steven that was just, no, it's on the back side of me. I wasn't on it.
That was us.
Steven, are you here with us? Yeah, even Roy is quiet tonight. Last night there was a lot going on, but Jerome, if you or Harvey are here with us, were you worried that this was going to happen? This jail had a reputation of people breaking in and taking inmates out. We had more inmates taken out of here than have actually escaped from here. Were you worried after hearing some of those stories about inmates who were taken out? Comment, it's never this quiet up here. It's really not.
Was Mayor King the constable that arrested you? Did he capture you or did you turn yourself in?
I saw somewhere that a farmer turned you in. Did you go to try to get food from a farmer? And did he turn you in? Were you from No Business, Tennessee? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've heard a lot of stories about No Business. Heard there's some good people live back there. Were y'all a tight-knit community?
Did the people of No Business protect you while you were on the run? They give you food and hide you?
Were you a moonshiner? What was that? Were you? Were you? Dee Dee asked if that was a woman's voice. To me, it sounded like a clink.
Yeah.
That's me right there. If you want to hold the camera here, I'll walk down and get the keys right quick.
The answer is yes, you do. We do need a flashlight.
We can all.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Music box can go on.
Okay. I'm just up here by myself now. Can you please just touch one of the lights on the floor for me? You talk every other day. I guess today is too somber for you? I can imagine it would be. Oh, thanks, Joe. Appreciate that. Is there anybody associated with rugby here? These are the jail keys.
I was out of breath walking up 33 stairs. All right. We got the key. You want your cell door open?
You want your cell door open, you gotta let us know.
Was it an unusually quiet night? That night, 92 years ago? Or was the jail really loud? Heard it was a full moon. Was it a full moon that night? I mean, it even feels. Yeah, it felt, me, it felt eerie when we came in, but I'm gonna turn the obelisk on as well and see. So we've got the obelisk here. Big. What's big? Horrible and chills.
It definitely was a horrible night 92 years ago.
Question here, do you have a message for someone? Got some great questions in there, guys. I'm good with that. Oh, you mean the first floor? Yeah. Were you actually down? Now, I don't know if this is true or not. I've heard you might have been moved down on the second floor. I don't believe that, but I don't know. Were you moved to the second floor? We got a question on the TDI box. Can you make the temperature drop? Oh.
Jerome Harvey, if you're in that cell, there's an orange box on your bunk. Right now, the number is 77.4. Can you take it down to 76.0?
Yeah, I wonder that, Bob, if we've got the right cell. Okay. We'll try the second floor. See, I'm sweating like crazy. It's warm up here. I know I wouldn't want to answer questions in the temperature. Yes. You're gonna do the long trip wire or the short? The long one. You do. What? Oh, that was you. James here, it says coincidentally they were put in the same cell together. I think they were cellmates.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Jerome
Yeah.
Harvey had already been here about 4 months.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all could. I don't know if y'all could hear that. Chris was saying, Jerome had only been in here for about a week, and Harvey had been in here for 4 months already. crime. That's a good question. Where in yourself you open a window at the time of death is time important. You do have the window. I dropped service right there. Hopefully I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, the live feed got a little choppy, changing floors. All right. Yep. Stand in the doorway here. The obelisk said pull and screw. Forever and contrition. Okay, you guys, let me know. Is the camera still froze up or are we good? It was showing it was froze up.
Let me move in front of it so they can see, or you move so they can see your movement.
Yeah, just make sure I'm moving so you guys can see there. Okay. Thank you, Bob. Everyone said we're good. Apologize for that. For some reason, my Wi-Fi was on or kicked on in the stairwell. And then we're in this building. It doesn't really pick up. Didn't really pick up Wi-Fi very good. All right. So we're here on the second floor. Did anyone down here on this floor know Jerome Boyatt or Harvey Winchester? If you did, can you tell? Oh, okay. All right. So you knew them.
Was this the floor that they were taken from? Can you light up the lights again? They were taken from this floor 92 years ago.
Okay, let me ask you a question because we have a lot of people that know this story. Did you personally know Jerome and Harvey from in here in the jail? Or did you just know of them? Did you personally know Jerome and Harvey? Is Jerome or Harvey down here with us?
Did you know anybody from the mob that took Jerome and Harvey? Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Were they wearing masks?
Were members of the mob that night wearing masks?
Disturb and Day.
But you knew some of the people in the mob who came and got Jerome and Harvey? You're familiar with who they are? Can you confirm that, please? Just touch the lights again if you knew somebody from the mob that got Jerome and Harvey 92 years ago.
Now, right now, I know the cells were different down here when you were in here. But right now, we've got 3 cells and a kitchen here. I'm gonna call off a number. And if I call off the number of the cell that Jerome and Harvey was in, can you light up the light? Were you in cell number 3? Were you in cell number 2? About cell number 1? What about the kitchen? That would have been a cell at that time.
Did the mob beat Ethan Claxton like an animal?
Is that how he got his nickname, Anvil?
Were you threatened by the mob?
Wow.
They threatened you not to talk? Is that why everybody's so quiet? I bet you were threatened never to say anything, weren't you? You were to keep your mouth shut, right?
Were you worried it would happen to you?
Yes, that's it. That's why you're so quiet tonight. You were threatened never to say anything and never to reveal who was in that mob, right? And you're keeping that promise even after death, right? Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
Did they threaten your family too? If you ever said anything or revealed who was in the mob, were they going to come after your family as well? That's why you were so quiet. That's why we're not getting anything tonight, right? They probably threatened every inmate in here that night, didn't they? And you could identify them. That's why they threatened you, right?
Got a question here. Light up the light closest to Harvey and Jerome's cell.
Were Jerome and Harvey ever on this floor? Okay, thank you. Were they on this floor 92 years ago? Were they on this floor the night that they were killed?
That was me moving.
Is that your son?
No, that was my shoe.
Or were Jerome and Harvey on the 3rd floor? Can you light up the lights again if they were on the 3rd floor that night? But you were threatened, weren't you? Was everybody in this jail that night threatened to not say anything? You were threatened to keep your mouth shut? Because you're not a snitch, right? Nobody's going to rat out anybody. But you know who was in the, yeah, you know who was in the mob, don't you? Yep. I think that's our answer, Miranda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Were you scared that night?
Did you like Harvey and Jerome?
Were they good guys? They were just moonshiners, right?
Whoa.
Upstairs.
Upstairs. That was loud. Yeah. So loud. Sounded like a cell door.
It sounded like two footsteps, like. You hear it?
I'm not 100% sure if I heard that. I wonder where that knocking sound came from. It was directly above.
That light's off.
Oh, it is.
That was fully charged. Fully charged that something.
Farmers. Was the farmer the one who turned you in?
The whole thing is free.
Wow. Grace, several grace and iron.
I heard you up here. Excuse me. Were the other inmates up here warned also? Were they told not to snitch? You were told not to say anything or identify anybody in the mob, weren't you?
I can only imagine what it was like after the very next day or after the mob pulled the guys out. I can only imagine just how intense. I would have been in, if I was in here, I'd have been scared to death that somebody was going to come in and get me. What the heck was that?
That's outside.
Okay. Let me shift. I think, James, let me just see if, okay, that might have been the door blocking the lights out here. Let me just kind of scoot over this way a little bit more.
Yeah. But that was that click sound again.
Uh-huh. Does anybody up here want us to open your cell door?
Yeah, I think that was just Miranda.
Yeah, I think it was just me because way this is, there's a cell door right here that closes up the bullpen. And I think, yeah, I was moving. Yeah, I was moving shifting a little bit. I just now got shifted over straight. Let me make sure I'm in here. I've got this little box in my hand that you can use to talk. Can you give me a name? Can you give me a name that's important to you? Oh, Roger. Mad and Roger.
Was Roger one of the members of the mob? Was there a man named Roger who came up and got Jerome and Harvey that night? Might be a second floor question. Could be. They seem to know more about this than the third floor.
That's pretty cool.
I say we go down to the second floor and ask to validate Roger, and then we go to the first floor.
Thank you for giving me that
Yeah,
name.
thank you.
Can you speak so that we can hear you?
Can you just say your name? Second floor real quick. Yeah.
Okay. If you want to
Bang that door.
bang the
again.
door again, we'll be able to hear you. That music box is going to go off.
James had to give it the creepiest music available.
Might be able to see something pretty good from right here. I'm going to sit down right here. That way. Oh. All right. Just so you can see what we're looking at. My flashlight's dying.
Was there anybody in the mob named Roger?
Is there anybody here named Roger that is either mad or that's mad at Roger?
One of the masked men that took Jerome and Harvey that night. Thank you. Named Roger. You could positively identify him as having the name of Roger.
Excuse me. Sorry. Ugh. Ahead and Moors.
Could you identify more than 3 people in the mob that night? Those that were seeking mountain justice? Did you personally know more than 3 of them?
Is Roger an inmate?
Just to confirm, can you touch the lights again? If Roger was somebody in the mob that dished out mountain justice in 1933, you could positively identify Roger as being in the mob that night.
Did you see Roger or did you just hear about Roger being in the mob? Because I know there was a lot of hearsay and a lot of names thrown around. Did you see Roger? Or maybe did you talk to Roger?
Are you still scared of Mountain Justice? They told you not to talk or tell what you knew. Does that still scare you? If you can light up those lights again. What's it?
Said chest and elemental. No, there's no elemental here, but it said chest. Are you keeping it close to your chest? Or maybe where you shot in the chest?
Are you being quiet because somebody from your family was in the mob?
Were you worried that somebody might hurt someone in your family? Hold and ceiling.
Do you want us to stop asking you questions about that? Because you just don't want to talk about it?
Was mountain justice a good thing?
Great question.
That is a great
Do
question.
you believe in mountain justice? Or do you believe in innocent until proven guilty in a court of law? Do you still believe in the justice system?
Well, and Dee Dee has a good point. She said Roger in 1933 was like saying yes.
Oh,
It was true.
that is true.
And it said mad before that, so it could have been meaning like mad, yes. You know?
Okay, were you mad? Were you mad that mountain justice was dished out from this jail?
Did you ever participate in mountain justice?
Oh,
I got great questions on here tonight. Did you believe in taking care of your own? Why get the cops involved when you can take care of it yourself?
were most people in the mob from Scott County? Or were they from Kentucky?
Or Pickett County?
Or Pickett County?
Did you have family in Clinton, or I mean, did they have family in Clinton County, Kentucky?
Was Jerome just trying to protect his brother Eugene? Because he thought he'd gotten shot? Did Jerome fire in self-defense? I got quiet.
It did. Is there something we can do for you now? If there's something we can do for you, touch one of those lights on the floor. Now, I'm just going to say, just from my experience here, and this kind of proves it tonight, when you interrogate them,
Yeah,
they just don't seem to respond as much versus when you're just sitting there having a conversation.
that's true too. We are doing a lot more than typically.
Yeah, we normally just have conversations. But tonight's kind of different.
Yeah. Were you close with your mom?
Do you remember your last meal?
You want us just to leave your space for tonight? Are you done talking to us?
Does anybody want any water? Or maybe some moonshine?
Toilet hooch? Cigarettes? Tobacco?
Little Debbie cake?
Moon pie? Naked ladies dancing?
That I will not
Well,
do.
I'm not gonna do it. That's what you want.
I'll do about anything live, but not that.
I never said we want. We won't do it not like either, but
Hey, you don't know what I do to get these spirits to talk.
all right, we're gonna go downstairs. Evidently, you're quiet now. Is Shoestring in his cell tonight?
There's a question here. Dee Dee says, can you visit one of us who are willing, can you visit one of us who are willing in a dream?
You can visit somebody in a dream? We have a friend who would like you to visit her in her dreams. Can you do that? From your current state, is that possible?
Do you ever leave the jail?
Or do you just stay here? Is there a kid here tonight? I know we're talking about a lot of bad stuff. Is there a kid here tonight that maybe wants to play?
Let me ask you this. So we had two real pretty young ladies that came in from Mississippi and did the tour earlier. Somebody on this floor grabbed one of them when we were leaving. It was kind of funny because it scared her. Did you see that happen? If you saw that happen, or if you grabbed her, can you touch one of the lights on the floor?
Did you touch her because you thought she was pretty? Yeah, I got quiet.
It is very
Okay,
quiet.
let's try the first floor.
Okay.
All right, thank
Now
you
my
guys.
flashlight works. It's crazy.
Thanks, guys. We're going to this first one. Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Let me turn this light on. My flashlight is like totally dying.
I'm gonna call that one green.
Yeah, not really sure what's going on with that. All right. So just so you can kind of see, standing right here at the door, and we got lights running all the way back to the stairwell. Developed. All right. Is there anybody down here with us on the first floor? Could you hear us upstairs?
Is Anvil here? Ethan, is Ethan Laxton here? Was Ethan here 92 years ago tonight? When the mob came through?
Was this the door that you had to come through? Was this the only way into the jail? Was that not chaos?
Were you scared of the mob when they came through?
I can just only imagine.
Yeah. Beating up a woman?
Shaken. This says shaken. So you were pretty shaken up.
You cut the mob cut the phone and rushed in here and beat the jailer and the sheriff's wife. They must be big men to be able to beat up a woman.
Or to scare kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anybody who can touch these lights tonight to let us know that you were here? Or that these walls remember that night? Were you told not to talk also?
This is a little,
Well,
I just put this question up here. No, I just put this question up and that started blinking. I said, can you tell us where Sally is? I was gonna ask, do you miss Sally? As soon as I popped that up, all these lights started going off.
you miss Sally? Our fat furry little friend?
Was there ever another cat or animal here in the jail? Did any of the families that lived here ever have a dog or a cat?
If you miss Sally, can you make a knock?
When they said shaken, Bob thinks they want a martini.
I want a martini.
Yeah, I want a chocolatini.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You make a lot of it.
Oh, yeah.
Was anybody in here a moonshiner? All right, thank you. Is Richard Ellison here with us tonight? Sheriff Ellis, are you watching the jail tonight? You would have seen the mob come in.
We have a question here. Does Parrot mean anything to you?
Parrot, like the bird?
Parrott.
All right.
I think we're asking if it does to the spirits. Does
Does parrot or Perot or anything related to that mean anything?
do I now?
Miranda.
Huh? What?
I knew that name sounded familiar.
All right.
Right there. You can't see either.
I can't see it.
She's in here.
Oh, there. I was looking up at the top.
Right there. Who asked that question?
Dorothy Slavin.
Huh,
Parrott.
look at that.
Look at that.
I knew I saw that name. Dang, Dorothy. Look at that. That's crazy.
What does it say? Amanda was last seen on 11/27/2007 at 20:30 hours at the Baptist Church in Milledgeville, Tennessee, when she was outside and never came back in.
That is crazy.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I knew I'd seen that name.
Hmm.
That's been there since 2007
Yeah.
when the jail closed, that missing and wanted poster. Spot on.
Is there a little girl here? Or a little boy?
Are you the one, Mrs. Sally? Did you used to play with her? Did you used to pet Sally when she was in here? I bet she loved when you used to pet her.
Were you the one that opened the door and put Sally in the gift shop? Did you open the door for her to go in? I just have a question for Dorothy that
Yeah.
gave the name Parrot. What, and if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize. Where did that come from, Dorothy?
Can you touch that light at the end again, please? Let us know you're still here.
Does anybody here know Dorothy?
Is Richard Evans here with us tonight? Here, fellas.
Do you relive your passing every year? We're not trying to trudge up old memories or anything. We're just trying to see if tonight is significant, if there's any residual activity or anything. I'd be good to leave a camera up overnight. Dorothy says, name I heard of.
Wow. Well, it's on our missing board. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's not a common name here in the county, but it's definitely on the missing board. I'm not really sure where Milledgeville, Tennessee is. It's not here, but who knows where.
Do you want us to leave for tonight?
Dorothy says it was a man, though not a woman.
Yeah, but
Still, that's
pretty
pretty spot
significant.
on. Yeah, we've had them talk about things on the board before.
Roger.
Is Roger on there? I know
He's
Robert
Robert.
is. It's Robert. Yeah, we've had them talk about Robert on there. One of the first investigations we did here. They talked about Robert. But they'll talk about different things that, they talk about the articles. They talk about what's going on. I mean, they like to let you know they're current.
Do you like people over here?
Healer and watch.
Are you watching us right now? So you can see us? Touch all the lights for us if you can see us.
I think it's fascinating that it's quiet.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're
Yeah.
living right around this time.
Yeah. I tell you though, I'm standing here with my back to the door and I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to move. I'm just saying I don't like having my back to it. It's not creepy. It's just, it's an uneasy feeling with my back to the main door.
So this is the 92nd anniversary of the taking of Jerome and Harvey. Can you just light up the lights on the floor one time to acknowledge that? If you can light up all the lights, we'll go ahead and leave your space for tonight. We'll leave you alone. I know, it's quiet.
Very quiet.
It's really quiet.
Too quiet.
Well, upstairs the next 10 minutes.
Casket and well. Fate.
Well, you want to just go up and wait for the next 8 minutes and we'll just call it at midnight?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. SH. Shh. I assume that's what it meant. Shh. Unless that's an initial.
Something that happened? I want you to go first. That's not my good side.
I don't think it's any of our good sides. Oh, what's going on with this light?
It's been on for almost an hour.
What if we turn the tri-field meter on? Because we could get some spikes in. God, it's been a long day. All right. So we got the tri-field meter on too over there, and it's ticking away right at 0.1, 0.2, pretty steady.
Jerome and Harvey. This would have been around the time. Your last final moments with us.
Before they were taken out. Could you hear the people outside? Do you hear them coming up? Were they pretty loud out there? Or did they sneak up?
Did you think they were good guys when they came in? Told you they were gonna move you to another jail? Did you believe them?
There's a little box sitting there on the cell. You can probably hear it kicking. Can you make that spike up just by touching it? If you go up and just grab it, that will make a funny sound.
Use all your energy, all your pent up emotions. And just touch that box. Now let us know you're here.
Remote and sign.
Yeah, we'll definitely take a sign. Anything you want to throw at us.
Can you describe your emotions? Use a word to describe your emotions. Wings. Look, it's kind of going up. It went to 0.3 a second ago. Pushed.
Were you pushed out of your cell? Pushed down the road and then shot?
Remote location. Well, first off, I want to thank everyone
Yeah, thank you guys.
that has tuned in tonight. We really didn't have really any expectations necessarily. We just wanted to kind of, sorry, blocking the thing, your phone there. We really didn't have any expectations about what we were going to be doing, what we'd be encountering tonight. But we wanted to come on here and see. Personally, I think it's pretty interesting. Usually on live and usually on different tours and stuff, it's not this quiet. So again, sometimes it's the things you don't get that really highlight the things that you do. And we had a couple interesting things happen. Bob says it was fun. We enjoyed it.
Thanks, Bob.
The most important thing is remembering all the people that was affected in this tragedy. The Winningham families that originally lost their lives, and the Naaman Terry and I forget the other guy. Esther. Yeah, Esther. Remembering the victims that were killed by Jerome and Harvey. And then, of course, Jerome and Harvey, remembering them on this tragic night, because regardless of what happened, they didn't deserve that. Remembering the
Laxton family.
Yes, the Laxton family that was on duty that night. I mean, that would have been a horribly tragic and scary thing to happen in your home. So we remember everybody that was involved in this.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for hanging with us tonight. Very impromptu, but thank you for spending your Sunday night with us.
Yeah, and it's kind of late, so you know we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Felicity says, obviously Sunday is a day of rest for the living and the departed. Whoa. Okay, this thing is,
It just spiked to 0.5.
and it's 12:01.
I just got goosebumps.
Yeah. But yes, thank you all for your very kind words. Dee Dee says, I will send you my dreams. And since that lit up, you never know. Absolutely, please do that. And if anyone that was on the second floor, if you're up here on the third floor and you want to visit Dee Dee in her dreams, she would definitely love to relay that back to us. But that's kind of crazy.
To 4.
Yeah.
Just went up to 0.4. Keep going. You taking a 0.5 again? You're getting nervous, aren't you? Something's making you nervous? Whoa,
Wow.
0.5.
How about spiking that up to a 1? Thank you, Felicity. I hope you have a wonderful week as well. And there's no reason for that to be increasing because we don't even have the power on up here.
Yeah, we have moved. On.
No.
Wow.
As of right now, I don't know if we will be on the jailhouse informant on Thursday night.
I'll be out of the country.
Yeah, Chris is going to be out of the country. We did postpone our motorcycle ride. Just going to put that out there. We postponed that due to weather. It was supposed to happen yesterday, the Rolling Through History motorcycle ride and tour of the jail. So if anyone is looking for something fun to do, we're going to be using our rain out date of June 28th. So that's coming up. I will be on the Ghost Biker Garage Thursday night, but I doubt we'll have a show. We will still be open, even though Chris will be out of the country. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we may stay up here just a little bit after, just to see if anything happens, but we're going to go ahead and end the live. So thank you all, and hope you have a wonderful week.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night.